No going under.
No.
They said it was cool.
Well, until it isn't.
Oh. You know, it's not quite 4:30 in the morning, but it's close, and we are headed off for Brooke's second surgery. Wish her luck. So you ready to get this over with?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And you still no anesthesia. You don't try to do it without.
I'm gonna try to do it without. I had a horrible headache and I was just nauseated for the whole day. Felt horrible for like 2 weeks afterwards. And I just don't want to go that route if I don't have to.
Right.
Now, if they tell me that I'm not, under their advice, they would use the anesthesia.
Right.
I'll do it, but I just don't want to. I haven't had anything to eat or drink.
Yeah.
And I'm following the instructions for the anesthesia. Have my driver with me.
You got your driver.
Have my driver. I mean, they are serious about that.
That's what they call me.
The driver.
The driver.
So, I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's 4:30 in the morning, and I'm anticipating it's not going to take very long, especially if they don't use anesthesia.
Yeah.
We might be back home before daylight.
Might be. And we'll see.
We should be one of the first ones to be seen.
Gosh, I hope so. It's 5:30 in the morning.
That's right.
What time we gotta be there?
Yeah.
I can't believe they're gonna. I can't believe they're open up clinics.
Well, I know that they do surgery early, but the last time it was 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And this is a lot different. So, kind of makes me
This is
a
crazy.
bit worried.
Hope they didn't mess up. I mean, told us supposed to be there at 5:30 p.m.
Well, that would be even crazier.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. On the way. 4:30 in the morning.
That's right.
Get some pins taken out your hand.
And I hadn't had any coffee, so
I know.
you're smelling mighty fine.
Well, I told you I wasn't going to drink any, and you
Well,
said
I
it was
know.
fine.
I know. Because I'm going to drink me some as soon as I can.
Last time it was Chick-fil-A when you got out.
Oh,
This time is it going to be coffee?
I'm not. I'm expecting to have some coffee in that office. That's what I'm expecting.
Was it your hand you got the Chick-fil-A? Was it that time that you was craving a Chick-fil-A? Oh, it was the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
It wasn't your hand surgery.
My hand, I didn't have nothing.
Yeah, you were gone.
I was out.
You were out.
So I don't want to be that way.
Yeah. Hey, remember this time if they do put you under, don't drink your Gatorade so fast. When they gave you that Gatorade, you think that was one reason you may have gotten sick, is that you drank it real fast.
Jason, I don't even remember that.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh. Well, when you woke up, they gave you a Gatorade.
I don't even remember Gatorade.
Really?
No.
And you drank it real fast, and you told me, you said, I think I drank that Gatorade way too fast.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
I knew nothing of it till just now.
Now you do.
Now, dude, that's why I don't want that anesthesia.
Don't.
I mean, our bodies don't, if we don't have to have it, then I say don't use it. But
Right.
if I need it, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know. Well, remember that. Don't drink the Gatorade too fast.
Well, how about you remember that?
Oh, yo.
Kind of scary, isn't it?
And nobody here.
I'm going the wrong way.
So you're still doing local?
Yep, that's the plan.
No going under.
No.
They said it was cool.
Well, until it isn't.
Oh. So you'll be the judge.
They'll be the judge. If they can't get it out, then
They got to put you under.
yeah.
Okay.
But I will be going to the operating room.
Okay.
So you'll just hang out just like you did last time, and I'll go to recovery.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready to get
Getting
it over
things
with.
out.
It'll be over before we know it.
Be over soon.
That's right.
these, or you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, because they'll stay with you the whole time.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, you want him to take your purse, or you?
Yeah, you want to take it?
Take it, yeah.
Okay. You put my phone in this.
Okay.
All right. We'll have you wait back out in the lobby.
Okie
Once
doke.
she gets to discharge, they'll come and get you and bring you to her room.
Sounds good.
You probably will see her in about 45 minutes.
Well, guess what, Jason?
What's that?
I asked him when I was back there. I said, "Do most people choose anesthesia or local?"
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they said?
What?
Nobody chooses a local.
So
And I was like, and that was before before they did it.
you didn't feel nothing though?
No, I'm completely numb.
Okay.
But I have to keep this on until Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then I come back and see him Monday.
Uh-huh.
And then he takes a peek at it, and we probably will use a bandage from that point
Okay.
rather than this big bulky thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fractured. It's
Okay.
still fractured, and it still has to heal. So I still have to be careful, but it's to where it can actually fuse together now.
Okay.
Versus, it was just such a bad break. That's why they put the pins in. And I actually requested that I keep the pins.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to show them to Mary Carl, so I have those. When I said, "Is it possible that I keep the pins?" It was complete silence in the room. Nobody said a word. And I thought, uh-oh, I've said something real bad. And they said, "Well, we'll have to get them cleaned up for you." I said, okay. So no Gatorade. I chose Sprite.
Good.
I had a choice between coffee, but I really can't drink black coffee, and I
Yeah.
didn't want her to have to fix it for me. So I'm going to stop and get a coffee on the way home. But I am numb, I tell you that. I am numb. I can't feel anything.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be really careful.
But you know what was bad?
What?
The shot.
Mm.
On the underside. The one on the top side wasn't that bad, but it was bad on the underside. So, it's over. It's over. I'm
over.
not having any more pins ever.
Well, just be really careful because you can't feel anything. You
Well,
could bump it or
not my
hit
whole
it.
hand.
Okay.
It's just this finger.
Okay.
This finger and this finger.
Okay.
That
I
one's
got you.
not, and that one's not.
All right. We'll
No
go.
need to be careful.
Go get us some coffee.
Couldn't do that if I had anesthesia.
That's right. No, not at all. Well, y'all, we're back home. We are back home. It's about 10 a.m. now. And, good thing about it, surgery being at 5:30 a.m., it wasn't a wasted day, right? We still got pretty much the rest of the day to do kind of whatever we want, which is great. Probably go to bed a little earlier tonight, but other than that, we're pretty good. But everything went smooth, as you guys could tell, and Brooke's so happy that she did make the decision of doing the local instead of the anesthesia. She's perfectly fine, no issues there. Good thing was no stitches. There was a possibility that she would have to have some stitches, but no stitches, which is also good. Only thing is, it's still a break. It has not completely healed up. So she's got many, many more doctor trips and physical therapy and all that good stuff in the future. So she's got to take it easy with that hand, and the doctor stressed that with her. Take it easy with that hand. So I got to stay on her. Y'all got to help me, us both. We got to stay on her because I know how she is, and I would be the same way. I really would. I mean, there's no fault of her own. When you own a farm and animals and gardens, and y'all know, I mean, it's just hard too. And especially when you got, other people stepping in and taking up your slack, and you're sitting there watching them and you feel perfectly fine, but you only have one hand and you can't do things that you normally could do. It becomes frustrating. So, but we gotta stay on her. Y'all help me. We gotta stay on her. Okay? Gotta stay on her. Why I'm over here? I got a question to ask you guys. Get some feedback, okay? Get some feedback. Now, as y'all know, right out here, this front area out here, I planted 3 Chinese pistache trees right there. And I have planted 4 crab apples right here. Now, Brooke has accidentally taken out 2 of them, but hey, things happen. I understand that. Nobody's perfect. And, there's no way in the world I could say something or get upset about that, when I make mistakes daily. We only got 2 crab apples now, so I have to replant the crab apples. But here's what we're thinking. Here's what we're thinking. We're thinking about extending this out and putting a rail fence. We would love to eventually put rail fencing, especially everything you can see through here, instead of the fencing we got now. Y'all know, like split rail fencing, it would just look a little better. So we have thought about extending these pastures out, especially since we got grass here now. You know, when we didn't have grass here, it didn't make any sense to do that, but now this is all pretty much covered in grass for the most part. So what if we extended these pastures out to over here, much closer to the road, and put that rail fencing up, right? Y'all see what I'm thinking? And this will be part of the horse pasture extension, okay? All this. So we'd have horses in the front yard, sort of, kind of, you know what I mean? It's not in the front yard, but you know, right here out front. This would give them approximately another half acre, give or take. It would not give, take. It's somewhere around a third to a half acre when I Google mapped it of grass right here. So that was Brooke's suggestion. She thought of that. I never crossed my mind, but she said, Jason, what if we extended all this out, you know, and this was part of the horse pasture area over there, just all one big area. If we did that though, if we turned this into an animal pasture right here, we would have to relocate the trees. I don't think all horses would eat the Chinese pistache, and I don't think they would eat the crab apples, but, and especially the crab apples, it would take a lot of crab apples to hurt a horse, but the possibility's still there, right? So, you know, if I ain't got but 2 crab apples, so I can relocate those on the farm, and I can relocate the Chinese pistache trees, which are also not great for horses at all. That's one thought. That's one thought. If we did that, we are thinking, and we're probably gonna do this anyways. We're probably gonna, because I think it'd be better for everybody all the way around, including those guys, and that is move Gus and Loretta across the way to over in this area and let them have the pond area. We can put the porta huts over there. They would have the shade trees. They would love getting in the pond. So there's a lot of benefit moving Gus and Loretta across the way to the pond. And me and Brooke have also discussed about the feeding situation. We wouldn't have to worry about Nuggets feed because it's up high. So it would be the goose feed and their feed, and we got some ideas in mind how we could split all those guys up and not have to worry about that. We really do think that Gus and Loretta would love moving across the way to that pasture, again, for many, many reasons. It's way larger. There's a lot of stuff for them to forage on. They love foraging, a lot of grass for them to eat. They love grazing. And the fact the pond, and it's just they're not big pigs. They're not gonna tear anything up. We just think it would be better for them to go over there, a lot more shade for them versus where they are now. I really wish they got along with Peaches, but you know, that's just not gonna happen. It's just not. But yeah, y'all's input on that. What do you think about us extending the pasture zone out over here, putting that rail fencing up, and have the horses kind of in the front area here versus the way we got it now? I don't know, I'm kind of torn. I'm kind of torn both ways. I really am. I really am torn both ways, but I don't know. Just something to toss around out there to you guys. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and Big Cheese. What's up, Cheese? How y'all doing this morning? Y'all doing well? Y'all ready for some scratch? I know what y'all ready for. Let's get you some scratch this morning. Yeah, I see the adolescent girls this morning. How y'all doing? Let's get the water cleaned out. Yeah. Hey, beautifuls. Oh, don't y'all look pretty out here? Yes, y'all do. Here you go, girls. Y'all come on, get you some scratch this morning. Y'all, it is. Y'all, this is gonna be, I can tell y'all right off the bat. I knew this morning when I saw the humidity was at 99% at 4:30 this morning when we left, and that the dew point was getting close to 70, that it was gonna be rough today, and it is. It is horrible out here. Horrible. It is sticky, muggy. I haven't even really done anything, and I'm fixing to be drenched. Oh, welcome to Alabama. All right, we're gonna go ahead and knock these last 2 poles out. We gotta go get some more, but we got 2 wooden posts out. We got some rain on the way for the next several days, so we're gonna go ahead and get all this knocked out. But I need your help. I need your help, right here. Remember what I asked y'all? Yeah. We're gonna tell her. I ain't told you, but I got about anywhere from 60 to 80,000 spies on you, to make sure that you don't do anything you're not supposed to.
Already failed.
Oh, gosh. We gotta stay on her, y'all. We got to stay on her.
No, I'm gonna do right. I'm not gonna use this hand.
Right. You're gonna do right.
I'm gonna do right.
Okay.
But I will say, Jason, it's a little burn.
Yeah.
But as far as pain,
You're good.
I'm good. They told me to make sure that I took my pain medicine.
Which is Tylenol and ibuprofen.
Well, they prescribed me some pain medicine.
Oh, yeah.
too.
You didn't even use it last time, did you?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So, no.
All I need you to do is hold the string.
And obey the law.
And obey the law. Hold the string and obey the law. I think you can handle that.
I think so.
I mean, that mockingbird is letting us know every song he knows.
He knows a lot of them.
He knows a ton of them. Man, that's almost dead on right
It
here.
is, isn't it? Let's hope that's correct.
Let's go get a pole. You hold that, ma'am.
We're gonna need it back over here. Holly, I'm telling you, it's too hot to be doing all that.
Holly is wide open.
But we are working in the shade, so I guess that gives her a little sense of, hey, ta-ta.
Because it is humid.
It is humid. Oh, goodness.
Oh, I need to grab my gloves, but it's okay. Last thing I need is a splinter.
It goes on the other side. Remember?
I just had to get it ready. I didn't want to get a splinter in my hand.
And we don't need to set it there, do we? Or are we gonna check it out?
Let's see what the level is. I can just set this right there.
Yeah.
Holly. Goodness, girl.
Tucker, won't you run with them?
Oh, let's finish this up today. Right here. If I could sing like Janis Joplin, I would. But I'm not gonna try Bobby McGee.
There we go.
Level both ways?
Oh,
That's pretty good one.
yeah. Won't get much better than that.
We got a little cleaning up we had to do to make the next run or set the next post. And Brooks getting in there had a little black cherry tree over here too. We got to get it out too. I got it cut down, and Brooks, we're gonna dispose of it as well. Just getting this area cleaned out over here. And again, this property owner, good friends of ours. He knows what we're doing, gave us the green light. Actually, he's happy, really happy that we're doing this too. So no problem here. As a matter of fact, the gentleman who owns this property is the brother of the cattle farmer across the street from us that we help out sometimes, and he helps us out sometimes. So we all know each other around here. So this isn't, we ain't doing this without asking, I can promise you. Y'all hear it stall in? That's because Brooke's so light and that she comes off the seat, and it's got that safety feature on it. That's if you come off the tractor, you know it cuts off. We also had a cedar tree that was right in the line, right on the property line. And uh-oh. So we cut it down, and we're gonna save it. We're gonna take it to Mr. Tony over there at Campfire and Countryside. He's got that one-man sawmill, and get him to make something out of it for us, or cut it up in boards or something. We just wanted to save it. The black cherry tree was way too little to do anything with, but you know, black cherries are extremely toxic to animals, so we did not want that over here. So Brooke's been trying to get this almost one vine out. There's a bunch of vines in this tree. You can see it's gonna kill the tree. But she's been trying to get this one big main vine out for some time now. She just said she's about to give up. It's it's been driving her crazy. She went far back that time. Let's see what happens. It's coming out. It's slipping right on now. I don't know. It pulled it though. It pulled it. Okay. Bad, you want to get it. We can hook the tow rope around it. I don't know if it'd stay on there though. Uh-oh. There went one. There went another one. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
I thought it wasn't gonna go.
Oh, it was user error.
Oh, you was just trying to play with me.
I was using here. I went too fast.
I thought you was trying to make it act like it wasn't
No.
gonna dig.
No, I went too fast going down. I hope Peaches gives me a day off soon. All right, y'all, we are completely out of post and T-post. We'll have to go make us another round. Go get some more. Happy with our progress. Didn't do so much that we're gonna fall out, and at the same time still got a lot done. Tell y'all that. Whew. Y'all don't worry about this pole. This old pole. We're just using it to keep our line straight. We're gonna pull it up and put a new post here, and this is gonna be a H post right here, so we can pull from that end over to here and start going downhill right yonder. So yeah, don't worry about this one. I got a feeling we're gonna have to put another H post down yonder, but that ain't no big deal, because as long as Bobby don't start leaking on itself, we're gonna be good. I might just lay down in this bucket.
I was wondering about that.
You know, I did that last year, I think.
Yeah. You gonna move Bobby?
No, I carry it.
You sure?
Yeah, it ain't that far. It's just right
Yeah,
here.
but you gotta go around the camera and all.
I'm good.
I didn't ever think we'd get this fence fixed.
Yeah, me either.
Maybe I ought to start thinking of all the things I don't think will get done.
You do that.
Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just let those ideas go.
Let those ideas go. Well, y'all, it's been a long day for us. Glad y'all got to hang out with us from wee hours in the morning to on up in the evening.
It's been quite a long day.
It's been quite a long day. We certainly appreciate y'all. Remember, y'all help me keep my eyes on Brooke. She don't need to do nothing crazy.
Goodness.
Okay? Y'all gonna tell me. They said they was gonna tell me.
I'm not gonna do anything crazy.
All right. We don't need
promise.
you. We don't need you to have any more surgeries.
No, I need to let this break heal.
Yeah.
I don't.
Need to let it heal.
I do.
Yeah.
Need to lay off this hand.
Lay off.
Use my pinchers only,
That's right. Like a lobster.
like a lobster.
Like a little lobster.
I can't buddy tape them yet, but that's the goal, is to be back to buddy taping, and
Good deal.
thanks for helping me.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, y'all, we appreciate y'all so much. We'll catch you guys on the next one, and as always, y'all be good.